right, welcome back. Our final game of this day 3 and semifinal day number 2 of the 2018 FHSAA Girls Basketball State Championships as we move along now to our second 6A semifinal. Ponte Vedra will play in the championship game tomorrow, and their opponent will be the winner of this game between Plantation American Heritage and St. Petersburg Lakewood. The Lakewood Spartans 26-4, coached by Nicole Tunsil, and American Heritage Patriots 21-7 out of Plantation in Broward County, coached by Greg Farias. Along with Coach Will White of Northeast High School in St. Petersburg, I am Marty Palman, welcoming you back here courtside to the RP Funding Center. And Coach, haven't had a close game today, really. Ponte Vedra shot the lights out in the last game and advanced over Lynn Haven Mosley by 20, 57-37. And now their opponent will be winner of this game, two teams who both advanced to Lakeland last year. Lakewood was the runner-up to Jacksonville Ribault in Class 6A, and American Heritage lost to Ribault in the semifinals, so both these teams eliminated by Ribault a year ago. And Lakewood looking for their second state title under Coach Nicole Tunsil. They won it back in 2011. American Heritage has never advanced to Lakeland. They advanced to Lakeland last year. They haven't won a state title.
Yeah, look for a great game here. I think both teams are real up-tempo, going to go up and down. Both can put a ton of points on the board. I think American Heritage had 80 points, I think, in their regional final, and I know Lakewood's had 500 or 600-point-plus games this year. So, looking for hopefully a close game, but it's definitely going to be entertaining at a minimum. Lakewood
winning in 1989. That was actually, they have won 2 state titles, then in Class 3 over Sanford Seminole in overtime. Here, that was the first year the finals were held here at the Lakeland Civic Center, and then state champs in 2011, defeating Pensacola in the 4A championship 53-44. Runner-up in 2013, losing to Marcia Pinder, and you know that well, Coach.
Who? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have any recollection of any loss.
Dillard in that run of 4 in a row. That was their 4th in a row. 2013 beat Lakewood 57-41. Then Lakewood runner-up to another powerhouse last year, losing to Ribault in the state championship game. All right, our starting lineup for the Lakewood Spartans. Number 1, senior Paris Williams. Number 10, senior Jalen Presley. Number 12, junior Diana Rosenthal. Number 24, senior Toy Smith. And number 33, sophomore Macy Zay-Arndt. As Lakewood will be the home team in this game. American Heritage will be in their road black uniforms, gold letters, and it was kind of similar colors between these two. The Patriots starting lineup is number 3, freshman Daniela Aronsky. Number 11, senior Femi Funes. Number 13, senior sophomore Marissa Edwards. Number 15, junior Talia Willis. Number 24, senior Natalie Werbelow. We don't have stats for American Heritage, and I don't know if Lakewoods are updated, but according to their stats, they are led by Nikisha Macon. It says 20 points a game. She is starting, so I don't think that's right. They show 6 players and 5 in double figures, so we're going to ignore those stats, I think. But you mentioned Lakewood tonight. Yes, 117-9 they beat Dunedin, 123-8 over Dixie Hollins, 116-15 over Gibbs. That was 3 games in a row early December. And 103-16 against Pinellas Park. You mentioned gone over 100.
Oh, they only got 98 on Osceola.
They
didn't show up that night.
Not sure what happened there. 87 against Gibbs, and the second time 95 against Dunedin. Yeah, they obviously had a good matchup against those teams. As we're underway, and American Heritage heading left to right, missing the shot to open the game is Talia Willis. Our referees out of the East Coast Basketball Officials Association in Palm Beach. David Schwartz, our head official, Dee King, and Mike Smith as well. Diana Rosenthal scores the first basket of the game, and Lakewood takes a 2-0 lead early on, as we'll have a foul call on Toy Smith. First team foul against Lakewood. So just underway. Winner will play at 7 o'clock tomorrow night against Ponte Vedra for the 6A state championship. And now Lakewood takes it away. They're in the white uniforms, the gold numerals, black letters with gold trim.
Yeah, both are black and gold, so that gets a little kind of confusing there a little bit because they do look really similar uniforms.
Lakewood heading right to left here in the opening quarter. Road to Lakeland for these two is Lakewood advanced from Region 3 as a district champion.
Rosenthal
again, knocking down a shot. Their first round game, they beat Cypress Lake 110-13, so another 100-point game. won 64-38 against Southeast. Won at Tampa Robinson by 31, 83-52. Ranked third in the state according to Max Preps, as that three is an air ball by Talia Willis. American Heritage also is a district champion. Advanced 53-26 over Suncoast in the regional quarter. Defeated Coconut Creek 69-48 in the regional semi, and then winning at Rockledge 80-62 in region final, region 4, ranked number 2 according to Max Preps. Inside, and a basket good for Lakewood's Macy Zarne. 6-0 lead for the Lakewood Spartans. I know you played Lakewood, second game of the year, right? Very early in the season.
Yeah, I always like playing them early, kind of.
Aronsky for three. Daniela Aronsky, the freshman, knocks down to 3, 6-3. You're ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just having too much fun watching this here a little bit.
Yeah,
but yeah,
good up and down action.
And we played them pretty well until they decided to put it on late in the game and beat us pretty good. I think we were one of the few teams in Pinellas County they didn't running clock. So we were pretty happy with that, unfortunately.
Marissa Edwards missed the layup, driving in, and Paris Williams misses a short left-hand hook from about 5 feet. Here comes
for a skip pass here.
Now across to Werbelow. She'll try a three,
and
that's good. Natalie Werbelow hits from the right elbow.
Not really the form you're looking for, but didn't really get very square. But I saw her warming up, and she was knocking them down.
Tied up at 6 now. Back-to-back threes by American Heritage. Let's go the first 6 points. Nice move inside. And Macy Zarne, the sophomore, has 4 points as well. And it's a 2-point lead again for Lakewood, 8-6. Good up and down start, and now a turnover by American Heritage. It's their second turnover of the game. None so far for Lakewood. Good start for the Spartans, 3 of 5 from the floor.
Yeah, neither team is coming out with much hesitation. You know, usually I say in these games, the beginning is kind of people feeling each other out a little nervous, but both these teams, you can tell, are just going to get up and go, and really, you know, even though there's been some turnovers, you can just tell each are kind of into their flow of the game already.
Pass inside, knocked away, and stolen by Fimi Funes ahead to a layup. That's good for Talia Willis, and we're tied again at 8.
That's a really tough pass. That point-to-post pass gets stolen a lot.
Ball out of bounds will stay with Lakewood. Welcome to the home now of the Lakewood Magic, the G League affiliated with the Orlando Magic. RP Funding Center.
You got it right there, you go, not Lakeland Center.
Right, first year of that name. Still the George Jenkins Arena. Inside the RP Funding Center. It's building known as the Lakeland Center because this isn't just an arena. They have all kinds of, it's a convention center, really, is what it is.
They usually, I've been here several years, and they've had craft shows and
they had
gymnastics.
Shows before, sporting memorabilia shows.
Yes, lots of different things.
Pass thrown back into the backcourt. Lakewood with a turnover on the over and back. That's their first turnover so far, 8-6, or 8-8 the score.
I think it's kind of a situation where both teams kind of take another team's punch and maybe got staggered a little bit, but they're both just kind of hanging in there and kind of doing their thing. Macon just came in for Lakewood. She's instant offense off of the bench. Like you said about the stats, I'm not sure how accurate they are, but in the regional final, she was the best player on the court.
Side to Funes. Funes to the hoop. She'll draw the foul as the shot was blocked. Foul against Lakewood. Their second of the game.
That was a college level post move and defense, I actually thought. Ball kind of came in there. She went in strong. Defender went pretty straight up. So that's going to be a fun little matchup to watch inside.
Zarne picks up her first as the free throw straight through for Funes. And it's a 1-point lead for American Heritage. Their first lead, 9-8. Second free throw is no good. Back rim.
Real interesting thing here, talking about the three-point line that you see on the court. The number 3 for American Heritage, Arnosky, just asked the referee if she can go inside of the NBA three-point line, because the rule is you can't be inside the three-point line. So I do think that line makes a difference in the kids and kind of their awareness of what's going on.
We got a second free throw, or third free throw actually, because the lane violation missed anyway, and now American Heritage comes away with a steal.
Toy Smith with a couple turnovers back-to-back.
1-point lead for American Heritage, 9-8. Underneath, now pulling out.
Nice skip pass.
Willis, that's a 3, left wing, short. Loose ball on the floor as the shot was missed by Marissa Edwards that time. And our call is a jump ball. We'll give it back to Lakewood. So the start was 6-0 for Lakewood. Now a 9-2 run for American Heritage gives them a 1-point lead.
Heritage in a 2-2-1 press. Something that neither team probably sees much is a press against them. That's a nice take, and I'm glad they didn't call that a travel in the sense that I think we often penalize.
Foul against
Paris
Williams.
But we kind of penalize people for a nice head fake and go where the pivot foot hasn't moved. And so I thought that was a good no call.
At the line, Talia Willis for 2. Lefty in and out on the first shot.
American Heritage missing some free throws here early.
1-point lead, and they are 1 of 3 at the line. Funes 1 for 2. Now Willis 1 0 for 1, and now 0 for 2 in and out.
And if you count really the one that they got the freebie on.
That's right, 1 for 5.
Yeah.
Cross court. They'll swing it around. Lakewood will. The right base, left baseline. Toy Smith drives in, and she loses it as well.
That's her 3rd turnover out of the last 4 possessions, I think. Just trying to do a little too much.
Yep, right. 4 turnovers now for Lakewood, 3 in a row by Toy Smith. 3:05 to go, first quarter.
I think Toy is signed with Miami-Dade Community.
Open 3, left corner, and that's good. And the shot made by Marissa Edwards. 3rd 3 already for American Heritage. They lead it by 4, 12-8. Paris Williams, transfer from Boca Ciega, now a senior for this Lakewood team. Driving the baseline.
Timeout.
Yeah, Funes scores, and now it is a 14-2 run. American Heritage up 6, 14-8. As Funes now has 3 points.
Yeah, really attacking really strong there at the basket and hitting a couple outside shots. So American Heritage kind of settled down a little bit. Early on, I wasn't quite sure if they were going to be able to handle Lakewood's pressure, but you know, you can only get in that pressure defense primarily off of a make or a dead ball. And the last, 7 or 8 possessions, there haven't been many of those. So American Heritage has been able to get out and go off of it. So, it's kind of one of those weird things. You almost have to score to put yourself in a situation to cause that turnover to get the ball back.
Last year was the first state semifinal appearance for American Heritage. So here they are as, again, 3 of the 4 teams in 6A came back from a year ago, the exception being Mosley. Ribault was the one team that did not make it back from last year. They won the 6A state title. Mosley losing to Ponte Vedra earlier.
Yeah, all the teams that are here this year had a wish granted when Jasmine Jones graduated from Ribault to go to Louisville.
Lakewood again having trouble with this press. Now across left wing 2 missed by Zay Arndt.
That's a nice dribbling by a post player.
Tiana Stubbs, number 1 man for American Heritage. Also in the game, number 3 is Zoronsky, who's back in now for the Patriots. Oh, nice drive, but missing the shot short is Funes. She had 33 points in their region final win against Rockledge. And now Lakewood tried to start a break, but it's thrown away as Stubbs comes back up with it for American Heritage. Now down to minute 51 first quarter. And now a steal back by Lakewood. Rosenthal getting the pass tipped from Toy Smith, and a foul coming up against American Heritage.
Yeah, forcing it there. Again, a bad angle from that wing to where the post player was. To where he had it pretty well defended, and they still tried to force it in there. So the last couple possessions, officials kind of letting it go a little bit both ways. So I think both teams are athletic enough. They'll kind of play through that.
Foul called against American Heritage that time on Marissa Edwards. That's their first team foul. And again, Lakewood turns it over. Come the Patriots. Zoronsky, and it's out of bounds off the Spartans. Off of Paris Williams. Fourth trip to Lakeland for Nicole Tunsil.
Nice out of bounds play.
And a cut by Funes was wide open.
Yeah, cut with a little bit of a back screen, and that definitely was intentional, a play that they set up. That was a nice
5 points for Funes, an 8-point lead for American Heritage, but then a foul coming up as Paris Williams driving in. It's fouled by Femi Funes, her second team foul. So an inbounds play coming up for Lakewood. They started out scoring the first 6 points, but American Heritage on a 16-2 run now. Oh, and boy, a block underneath by Funes, who blocks another shot.
That's the most impressive part, blocking it and getting the ball back. That is a rare athletic feat right there by Funes. Or by Willis,
that was
actually.
Willis, Talia Willis, who blocked 2 shots and then got it back. Now she gets it left inside the paint. Turn around, left-handed hook, short that time. Trying to get a shot offensively. 50 seconds to go in the quarter, but Heritage takes it right back. This is Funes, 3 left elbow, no good. But a rebound and blocked underneath is December Stubbs, number 32, and then a travel.
Yeah, I thought that was a foul.
Paris Williams got the block on December Stubbs, but then traveled heading the other way. So American Heritage will, again, put it in play under their basket.
41 seconds is right on that barrier of last shot or not.
Oronsky. Oh, instead, a long 3. That was from the blue line, missed by Willis. Out of bounds, and that's what over the back call. It will be Lakewood ball.
Tunsil's giving it to him over there.
When you say 41 seconds is on the edge of last shot.
I think 30 seconds is for
There's no shot clock, so I mean, really.
Sure, but what the thought is that
Funes blocks that.
For on a high school skill set against a good team, it's hard to hold it for more than 30 seconds without turning it over.
So did not block that. Actually, Rosenthal lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, they're letting them kind of at the basket. They're kind of letting it go a little bit, but I actually think both ways, post defense has been pretty good. So I'm glad that they're not bailing them out. Even like right there, normally that could be a nice little bailout foul there against Lakewood. But I thought that was like a 50-50 thing, so just let it go and let's play some basketball. Because no one really got an advantage. It's not so much fouls as it is an advantage, disadvantage, because there's a foul every play. You know, sort of like holding in football. So, yeah, it's one of those things. So think of an advantage, disadvantage.
Talia Willis called for traveling as she tried a left-handed hook over that left baseline. That was 15.5 to go.
Well, I thought they'd call timeout. No, definitely don't call timeout with 15 seconds left to go in a quarter, but it was a substitution.
Yeah, Willis coming out. Lakewood now 10 seconds to go. Paris Williams, free throw line jumper is no good, back rim by Diana Rosenthal. Now down to 2 seconds. American Heritage half court, and they will not get a shot off as Oronsky passed it up. And that's the end of the first quarter. So after a 6-0 Lakewood run to start, American Heritage a 16-2 run the rest of the quarter, an 8-point lead for the Patriots through the opening period of play in this 6A semifinal. We'll take a break, return to RP Funding Center in Lakeland in a moment here on the FHS Network.
This event is brought to you by Olive Garden. Olive Garden is proud to be the official dining room of high school sports. With menu choices to please the entire family, as well as to-go and catering options, it's the perfect restaurant for your post-game dining. To find your nearest location or to order your meal online, visit olivegarden.com. Olive Garden delivers the final moments. Bring home Italian favorites and they'll cheer for you on game day. Olive Garden is the official dining room of high school sports, and with the new catering delivery service, you never have to miss a moment.
Welcome back to the second quarter of our second 6A semifinal. It's Lakewood trailing American Heritage 16-8. First quarter numbers, American Heritage 40% shooting, 6 for 15. Lakewood 4 of 14, 29%. Rebounds 11-10 in favor of Lakewood. American Heritage 3 for 6 from three-point range. Lakewood did not attempt or make a three-pointer. Only 1 of 4 at the line for American Heritage. Lakewood did not attempt a free throw. 7 turnovers, 2 steals for Lakewood. 5 turnovers, 5 assists, 5 steals for the Patriots. Working it inside again, and nicely to the basket this time. And that is
00 Weish.
Yeah, Talia
Freshman.
Weish. Yeah,
they're pretty deep at the forwards, but all about the same kind of frame too. So it's kind of hard to take a second there. So,
and a lot of contact inside as picking up the foul. Weish will pick up the foul as driving in is Macy's. I tell you, these numbers are hard to see. Lakewood's numbers are very close together.
The Lakewood ones are small and close together.
Heritage ones are just hard to see.
Exactly. And sometimes, especially in girls basketball, you know, with the long hair, it takes an extra second to see the number on the back anyway. One thing that I'm going to really pay attention to is American Heritage's point guard, Arnotski, is just a freshman. So she's kind of going up against Paris Williams, a really experienced defensive specialist, good scorer too for Lakewood. So we'll see how that plays out.
Free throw missed by Missy Zerart. 4 points for her, 4 for Diana Rosenthal, the only Lakewood players that scored in the opening quarter. Femi Funes with 5 points. 3 points apiece for Natalie Werbelow, Marissa Edwards, and Danielle Aronsky in the opening quarter. The second free throw also is no good, and looks like we'll have a foul against American Heritage on the rebound. Nope, it's against Lakewood, or pardon me, against American Heritage, right? Marissa Edwards picks up her second.
One of my biggest pet peeves is giving up a rebound off of a free throw. There's 4 of us up there. There's only 2 of them. You know, most of the time it's because the low block defender steps forward and in for the rebound instead of stepping back and boxing out.
Said Lakewood had not attempted a free throw in the first quarter. They've now missed 3 in a row to start the second quarter. Toy Smith misses the first shot there. She'll get another. Both teams out. 14 fouls for American Heritage, 3 for Lakewood, in and out on the second. So 0 for 4 was Lakewood there at the line.
That was a long outlet.
And the 3 is short, left wing by Tiana Stubbs. Loose ball on the floor. It ends up being won by Nikisha Macon for Lakewood. Spin move inside. Missing the layup was Paris Williams.
Ooh,
and
nice.
American Heritage will throw it away out of bounds.
Very, especially here from floor level, you could tell just having seen a lot of games, the athleticism.
Coach Tunsil hanging out at the end of the bench. Not very happy right now, it would seem.
I know that look well.
We'll see what happens at halftime. Driving in, and again, had a good look, but the shot was too strong by Toy Smith. But getting it back, Smith gets a loose ball and is tied up. Possession arrow gives it back to American Heritage. Thing that I will say, we talked most of the day about the improvements in here with the court, the replay board, the video board. How about the chairs?
Oh,
comfortable.
Yeah. I'm just.
And we've got the as I call it, the club seats in front
They've
of
really
us.
upgraded. These seats here are super nice.
Those are
Around
nice.
the benches are super nice, and again the color, and I love the floor. You know, I love that like parquet kind of looking sideways.
Just like the one in Orlando, the Amway Center there.
I like how they match that to the Magic.
Yeah, the parquet is a good look. And Orlando's always had that court, as long as I can remember with the Magic.
3 of 6 from 3-pointers for American Heritage. That first quarter was the difference.
Individually, pretty balanced scoring. Funes with 5 points, 3 rebounds for American Heritage. 3 points apiece for Aronsky, Edwards, and Werbelow as they all hit 3-point shots. Pulling
nice
up,
pull up.
left to the paint, but too strong. Air ball by Toy Smith. And a rebound put back is good.
She's really standing out today.
18-10 now. As they aren't scoring again on an offensive rebound. 3-point try from the right wing, short by Willis, but a rebound for December Stubbs.
3-pointer from NBA Magic Land.
Yeah, no good. Tiana Stubbs, we've seen that again, that blue line serving as the 3-point line for a lot of the players. The white line is where the 3-point line is, and now a foul coming up against American Heritage.
I think they're calling on a Rosenthal.
Oh, you're right. Rosenthal reached in. Her first, 4th team foul. And back in the game for American Heritage is Daniela Aronsky replacing Tiana Stubbs.
Again, just a freshman point guard. So that talk about pressure of Lakeland. Everyone else might be a little bit older, play a little bit, but that's going to be interesting to see how she continues to play. She's played really well so far.
Funes dribbling 2-2 defenders.
Nice look.
Nice jump pass to Willis, who missed the shot, but she'll go to the line for 2. Keisha Macon gets her first 15 foul. And Lakewood will take a timeout right here.
It's her second timeout, I think.
Coach Tunsil is, look on her face is to say the least not happy at all.
Yeah, and if I'm her, I understand that, but they haven't given up any points this quarter. I think it was 18-8. So
2 points.
So 16. What was the quarter score?
So either
okay, yeah.
Points,
so
right.
you're doing okay there. So your timeout here is, what are we going to do on offense? How are we going to get some points? They're not getting back on defense a little bit, and American Heritage is getting some shots there around the basket. The big mismatch right now, I think, is American Heritage's players around the basket are much deeper. and they're finishing a little bit more.
You're watching live coverage of the FHSAA basketball semifinals on the FHS Network at FHSnetwork.com/FHSAA. It's your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Florida high school playoff action. Marty Palmer along with Coach Will White, live from the RP Funding Center. 2 shots for Talia Willis, and she hits the first. 3 points for her. She's 1 for 3 at the line, and the lead now 9 for the Patriots. 19-10. 5:52 to go second quarter of this second 6A state semifinal game.
All lefty players are nice, but lefty post players, such an advantage.
Do enjoy watching.
Oh, lefties. My God. It's so much harder to defend. We're so used to pushing people to the left. You know, for most high schoolers, that's their weak hand. Even the better players that are good with their left, it's weaker. So it takes you a while to get used to that.
10-point lead as missing and close Rosenthal came up short. Here's Aronsky the other way for American Heritage. 10-point lead, 20-10 for the Patriots. They'll go to the top of the key. Free throw
Ace
line
that up
to
and knock it down.
Yeah, might as well. Funes missed the jumper back rim. She was open now. Lakewood with a 3-on-2 the other way. Pass goes ahead. Little turnaround jumper off the glass. Good for Toy Smith. Her first basket of the game, and it's a 8-point lead again for American Heritage, 20-12.
See a lot of these Lakewood players that have just given me nightmares for years. And it's good to know they're graduating.
Here comes Funes to the hoop, lays it in. What a move by the senior.
She is solid going to the basket, under control. Left hand, right hand.
We talked about senior leadership as driving it in, and there's Paris Williams off the glass for her first basket. And how we haven't seen it in a lot, but these two teams have it. Lakewood starts with 3 seniors, a junior and a sophomore. And now on the other end, once again, Funes starting to get it going. She's a senior. American Heritage starts 2 seniors, her and Werbelo, as it's back to a 24-14 lead for American Heritage. 3 top of the key, missed that time. Way off the mark by Toy Smith at the bottom of the backboard.
Paris Williams just scored there. She is really good at going to her left.
Okay, Funes again, coast to coast, lays it in.
Is someone going to stop her from going to the basket?
6 points.
That's what Tunsil's saying. Somebody, you go in there and stop her.
11 now for Funes. She scored 6 in a row. Again, she had 33 in their region final win against Rockledge, and it's a 12-point lead, biggest of the game for American Heritage, 26-14. Ponte Vedra, that'd be their first state championship if they win tomorrow, and would be the first for American Heritage. So you have a first-time champ no matter what if American Heritage wins. Lakewood again with 2 state titles, driving the baseline, and the shot too strong, but a nice rebound and put back on the follow by Toy Smith, that she now has 4 points. Timeout taken by American Heritage. 3:36 to go second quarter. A 10-point lead, 26-16 for the Patriots.
I think Coach Farias is basically saying he doesn't want to trade baskets. You know, they have a nice little offensive run going here, but Lakewood's getting on their little groove here as well. So let's not trade baskets. Let's make sure that we're putting the ball in there. Tunsil's just getting after her kids, you know. Do the things that we do that got us here. You know, play physical, keep people in front. Let's look ahead. Let's attack the basket, and everything will be all right.
Earlier today, and this is the 6th game of the day, and 4A this afternoon, this morning, it was Carrollwood Day 67, PK Young 35, and then we'll play Miami Country Day tomorrow for the 4A championship at 2 o'clock. Miami Country Day over Slam Academy of Miami 63-30. In 5A was Lake Highland Prep 55, Fernandina Beach 37, and they will play tomorrow in the 5A championship at 4:30 against Oxbridge Academy, who knocked off Cardinal Gibbons by 23. Back inside, and once again, 0-0, Talia Weish with her second basket of the quarter. Now a 12-point lead again for American Heritage. Teardrop in the lane missed by Rosenthal. We'll head the other way now, All-American Heritage. Aronsky, and that ball was kicked.
That's a good look. That just went off the leg there, but she kind of got the defender to slow down a little bit, and she tried to reach around, bounce pass to the post. It's American Heritage has to have, 18, 20 points at the basket.
They have
6 points from threes. How many free throws do they have?
They're
makes
three. They made 3 threes or 3 of 6 at the line. Yep.
All right, so there you go. So pretty much a lot of their scoring coming right at the basket.
And Rosenthal had it, now kicks it. Somehow does get it out. Oh, and then the pass by Keisha Macon thrown right to number 24. That's Natalie Werbelo back in the game for American Heritage. Here goes Willis. Nice move across the paint. Left-handed hook good for Talia Willis, who has 6. And the lead extends to 14 for American Heritage.
Weish, Funes, and Willis, and even Edward, they're so good going to the basket. and Lakewood's really struggling with any sort of ability to keep them in front.
3 short over in the left wing that time by Jalen Presley. American Heritage with a 14-point lead in control right now, 2:28 left second quarter.
And again, Lakewood gets their scoring off of their defense. And since they're not scoring now, they're not able to set up that press, which is phenomenal for them. So, you know, it kind of is one of those things that negatively feeds into itself. You got to score a couple so you can set up your defense so you can score some more.
Harris Williams blocking December Stubbs, and Williams blocked on the other end. And Willis got a hand on it, and Aronski with a loose ball. 2 minutes to go here before halftime. 14-point lead for the Patriots, 30-16. Willis, driving in, is tied up. She took on Rosenthal, and on the alternating possession here, it will stay with American Heritage.
And it also looks like American Heritage is a little bit deeper. They're rotating a little bit more, a few more players. Lakewood's going about 6 deep, maybe 7. Carter coming in there a little bit, pretty much 6 deep.
Lakewood will check in. Toy Smith. And out comes the Keisha Macon. FHSAA championship game will be tomorrow night at 7. Inbounds pass and a jumper in and out that time by Funes. Was that Weish? Pardon me. Yeah, those numbers are.
Yeah, it's hard, and you're like you said, it's hard to see those numbers, and they all have similar frames, tall, long, so it's hard to kind of tell there on the fly when you can't see the number and they have similar frames.
ACCR turns it over. Here's Funes to the baseline. Oh, it's taken right away by Rosenthal as Funes goes down. Diana Rosenthal. And a 3-try left elbow short by Paris Williams. Rebound to Aronski. Down to a minute 15 to go before the half. Final game of the semifinal Wednesday. 6 more games Friday beginning at 10 a.m. with the 7A semifinals here on NFHS Network. Mike Rideout will have the call of all 6 games on Friday. Is that jumper in and out by Funes inside the free throw line. And driving the other way, missing the shot. Had a good look, but Toy Smith missed it. Now 50 seconds as Lakewood gets the rebound. Smith will try a 2 left baseline, hit the side of the backboard. And now with 45 seconds to go, American Heritage, we'll see what they do here up.
And again, you're right at that situation. If you're a comfortable team with being able to fill like 45 seconds, and you can go for one shot. But earlier, the first quarter, they didn't. They kept playing.
30 seconds now.
If I'm up 14 right now, I hold for one shot. We'll take that.
Well, instead, traveling.
See, and so like even at the end of the first quarter, when they had that opportunity, Lakewood got a couple opportunities to score. So to me, up 14, take that last shot, pull it out here, and I think they're comfortable enough to do that and end on a good note. So you don't end up turnover here. Lakewood hits a 3 or a basket. You know, that's just a halftime momentum. I want to take that last shot, so no matter what, we've dictated the end of that half. If we have the lead. If we don't, then let's go ahead and let's play it 45 seconds.
Now down to 8 seconds inside, and right-handed hook missed by Zay Arndt. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, Aronski, and they will not get a shot off as the shot after the buzzer by Tiana Stubbs. American Heritage dominant in the first half as they outscored Lakewood 14-8, and they're in the second quarter, and they carry a 14-point lead into halftime, 30-16. Marty Palman along with Will White, our crew here in Lakewood. Gary Tufford, our producer-director. Mike Kovac helping him as well. And our camera operator is Mike Kovac as well as Brandon Crotchet. We'll take a break. Return for the second half in just a few moments. 30-16, American Heritage leading Lakewood in the 6A semifinal, live from the RP Funding Center in Lakewood on NFHS Network.
This game is brought to you by Under Armour, maker of the world's best apparel, footwear, and accessories. Check out the full line of performance gear now at UA.com. Under Armour, I will.
You know, the Greek philosopher Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. But in our book, we say you are what you repeatedly do when things get hard. When you look at the naysayers and the haters, and there's a million of them, but you take it upon yourself to erase all doubt. Get that doubt out of here. So my apologies to Aristotle. But excellence doesn't become a habit by running the same path over and over. The excellent ones just step up to the line and ask, what's the record? Under Armour, get your feet straight.
William Shakespeare said that all the world's a stage, and men and women are merely players. But Mr. Shakespeare never met Stephen Curry. Ni hao, the guy who was in the gym every dang day. Patron saint of the underdog, the league's most unguardable player. Bang, he knocks it down. So my apologies to Mr. Shakespeare, because onto the stage of mere players enters the babyface assassin. And he's about to write his own story. Fall back.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
All right, this is Adam. Take two. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This game is brought to you by Under Armour, maker of the world's best apparel, footwear, and accessories. Check out the full line of performance gear now at UA.com. Under Armour, I will. This game is brought to you by Under Armour, maker of the world's best apparel, footwear, and accessories. Check out the full line of performance gear now at UA.com. Under Armour, I will. This game is brought to you by Under Armour, maker of the world's best apparel, footwear, and accessories. Check out the full line of performance gear now at UA.com. Under Armour, I will.
You know, the Greek philosopher Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. But in our book, we say you are what you repeatedly do when things get hard. When you look at the naysayers and the haters, and there's a million of them, but you take it upon yourself to erase all doubt. Get that doubt out of here. So my apologies to Aristotle, but excellence doesn't become a habit by running the same path over and over. The excellent ones just step up to the line and ask, what's the record? Under Armour, get your feet straight.
Olive Garden delivers the final moments. Bring home Italian favorites and they'll cheer for you on game day. Olive Garden is the official dining room of high school sports, and with the new catering delivery service, you never have to miss a moment.
You know, the Greek philosopher Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. But in our book, we say you are what you repeatedly do when things get hard. When you look at the naysayers and the haters, and there's a million of them, but you take it upon yourself to erase all doubt. Get that doubt out of here. So my apologies to Aristotle, but excellence doesn't become a habit by running the same path over and over. The excellent ones just step up to the line and ask, what's the record? Under Armour, get your feet straight.
Welcome back. At halftime of our second 6A semifinal. Final game of the day here, this semifinal Wednesday on NFHS Network. The 2018 Florida High School Athletic Association Girls Basketball State Championships. And it's 30-16 American Heritage leading Lakewood. Marty Palmer along with Coach Will White. And looking at the first half stats, American Heritage shooting at 41%, 12 for 29, 3 of 9 from three-point range. All their threes come in the opening quarter. And Lakewood, 25%, 8 of 32. They were 0 for 3 behind the arc. Rebounds, 23-22 in favor of American Heritage. And American Heritage, 3 for 6 on the line. Lakewood, 0 for 4. Assists, 7 for American Heritage. To 9 turnovers, 7 steals. Only 1 assist for Lakewood. To 9 turnovers, 5 steals. The points in the paint, 18-14 in favor of American Heritage. Points off turnovers are 12-4. And a 14-point lead for the Patriots at halftime as Femi Funes, 11 points in double figures. The only player in double figures for either team. By the way, man, I haven't heard this song in a while. A little 70s going back to there.
Been a lot of 70s music here. I like it.
11 points, 6 rebounds for Funes in the first half. 6 points, 3 rebounds for Talia Willis. Also 3 blocks for her in the first half. Funes also had 3 steals. And for Lakewood, they were led in scoring by Macy Zayarn. 6 points, 4 rebounds. Chloe Smith had 4 points, 8 rebounds. Diana Rosenthal with 4 points and 3 steals. As it was 16-8 American Heritage at the end of the first quarter. They outscored Lakewood 14-8 in the second period. And this is their biggest lead, tying their biggest lead of the game, 14. As Lakewood scored the first 6 points of the game, so the rest of the half was 30-10. American Heritage on a run to lead by 14 at halftime.
Yeah, I think the difference in that first half was the American Heritage forwards. All 3 of them between Weish, Funes, Edwards, just really getting to the basket whenever they wanted to, left hand, right hand, and Lakewood really struggled with that. And if I'm Coach Farias, I definitely would say, hey, look, we're going to win this game on defense. We have this lead here. If we played the same defensive half with the same intensity, Lakewood has 32 points, and we're going to win this game. So let's score some baskets and everything, but let's not let down on defense. Let's do the things that got us where we are. And Lakewood is going to be, hey, let's get into our game, and let's get into our press, and let's make some things happen.
Ponte Vedra awaits the winner tomorrow night in the 6A championship game at 7 o'clock. And, right away, Rosenthal turns it over. Driving the other way, layup missed, though, by Marissa Edwards. And now here come the Lakewood Spartans the other way. Toy Smith pulled up, a little jumper from 10 feet, misses, got her own rebound, and the putback good. Toy Smith now with 6. And Lakewood down 12, 30-18. There's Edwards dribbling to the left wing. Ponte Vedra earlier beating Panama City Mosley by 20, 57-37 to advance.
Definitely going to be a contrast in styles with Ponte Vedra, whoever they play, because they're more half-court tempo, and Willis there with the outside long two-point shot. But it's definitely going to be an interesting game.
8 points for Talia Willis. Three-pointer, no good by Smith on the right wing. Now rebound out to Zayarn. And now hands it back off to Smith, who travels in the middle of the paint. Turnover for Lakewood. As on the other end, Talia Willis now with 8 points. As the American Heritage lead 14 again, 32-18.
Good news is, even with that situation, Lakewood gets it in their press here. And again, that's when they're most effective.
Oh,
right away.
By Rosenthal. Rosenthal fading away and lays it in off the glass. 6 for her now. 32-20.
Yeah, American Heritage cannot settle down because Lakewood can score in bunches.
I mean, all the way to the baseline, and Edwards is fouled as she missed the shot, but Edwards was allowed to run all the way down to the right baseline, really without anybody getting in front of her.
You're exactly right. That's happened so much tonight where Lakewood's pressure has been up and the Heritage has been able to get the ball into the middle, and no one's really stepping up to stop the dribbler, and they're able to get to the basket. That's 5 or 6 times that's happened.
Second foul on Macy Arndt as the free throw good for Edwards. 4 points for her now, and the lead now to 13, 33-20 again. Edwards' second free throw, also good. 5 for her, 34-20, American Heritage by 14. And to the baseline, scoring and 1, Paris Williams. We'll see if she gets going. Only 2 points in the first half.
Again, she, as even a right-handed guard, she is much better going to her left and attacking. So American Heritage, if they were going to make a little bit of dip, that's one thing to pay attention to. But between Paris Williams and Toy Smith, again, Lakewood could put some points up here. Already got it down to 10, or almost have a chance to get it down to 11.
Yep. And
they're in their press.
Williams hits the free throw, 3-point play for her. 34-23, American Heritage 11. Now steal. Williams driving in, 1. So Williams with back-to-back baskets and a chance for another 3-point play. Now it's down to 9.
So again, they've scored 7 points, and they had 16 in the first half. So
already.
9 already.
And a half.
So they were, and again, Lakewood's doing what we've been talking about. For them to get back into it, they got to get into their press, and their problem was they weren't scoring enough. So now, because they can feed into it, they can score 10, 11, 12 points pretty quick if they're allowed to get into their press.
Free throw missed, though, as the foul was on number 24. That was Natalie Werbelow picking up her first. There's a 3-point try, and it's good. And now Edwards answers with her second 3 of the game.
Right back at you.
8 points for her as American Heritage hadn't hit a 3 since the opening quarter. Back to a 12-point lead, 37-25. Driving in, Smith, left-handed layup good. Took that from the free throw line, down left side of the paint. 8 for her, 4 in the period. Nice up and down action now. Back to a 10-point American Heritage lead.
Yeah, kind of the feel of what we had at the beginning of the game.
Now Edwards dribbling back towards half court, being guarded by Nakisha Macon. Werbelow. Right wing 3, and that's good for Talia Willis.
If she's hitting the 3 and driving to the basket, that makes for a tough get.
Paris Williams drives in, shot falls off for a nice look, good drive, just couldn't get it to go. 13-point lead for American Heritage, 40-27. Werbelow. Back to Funes. Willis with 11 points, now 5 in this quarter.
Oh, had a layup, passed up a layup.
And then traveling, Willis handed it back to Funes. You're right, should have probably shot.
Yeah, I think she was so open, she was a little shocked because she face cut her and got right to the basket, and I think she was waiting for some defense to be there, but no one was there.
So a turnover there by American Heritage. For them, turnover number 12. 2 in and out by Rosenthal. Put back, followed by Toy Smith, no good. It rolls off. Now a steal nearly. Ball still on the floor. And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow, though, we'll give it back to American Heritage.
Hey, just like my good friend Coach Medici, one of my big mentors, he's like, hey, if you get on the ground, good things happen. So it's good to see both teams right there just staying active, just that intensity. Let's get on the ground and let's make it happen. And there's, what, 3 or 4 people there. So both teams really into it, ready to go. And again, advantage Lakewood. Every time they've been set into their press, good things have happened. See a turnover right away.
Yeah, Werbelow not sure what she was doing there on that pass. She threw it into the backcourt, and Rosenthal quicker to it for a steal. And now pass tipped out towards the sideline. Macon comes up with it. Williams now. Here's Rosenthal. Teardrop in the lane, misses, got her own rebound, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. Diana Rosenthal working there, gets the offensive rebound. Werbelow picks up her second. Third team foul the second half.
The bad news for Lakewood is Lakewood has really picked up the tempo of here, but they've only picked up a couple points on the differential.
Actually, only one. It was 30-16 at the half. So 11-10 so far, and a much quicker third quarter as Rosenthal short on the free throw, and Lakewood continues to struggle at the line. They're 1 of 7 now. Rosenthal with 6 points. We'll get another free throw. And no good. Right side of the rim.
Another free throw rebound for Lakewood.
Yeah, Lakewood again, as you said. Another offensive rebound, and it leads to a 3 for Lakeisha Macon. Her first basket of the game, 40-30. Naronsky. Willis will take the 3. Short this time from the left elbow. And the rebound the other way. Lakewood with a 2-on-3. And that's traveling. Not going to get away with that is Toy Smith. As you said earlier, Coach, I think it was, I've been here so long. Derek McBride this morning, or maybe he called it a Euro step in college, and maybe it was you. I can't remember anymore. But he said in college and pro that might be a Euro step. In high school, it's a travel.
It's true, and I think a Euro step is a travel. To me, I agree. Most of the time, if you go 1-2 and go all the way across your body, and then you're actually lifting and shooting, you've lifted your pivot foot.
Yeah, I actually wonder, because this wasn't always a thing in basketball. The Euro step obviously came.
The last 7-8 years, really, it's kind of.
Which, yeah, when I hear that too, I think travel, which is allowed in Europe. Why did we allow it?
Yes.
But yeah, in the NBA, of course, traveling is never called anyway. So.
I'll be honest, I don't even know how to teach a Euro step yet, and it's something I've got to add to it. Because I do think if they're going to consistently allow that, it's a strong move.
Macon airballed, and on the other end, American Heritage turns it back over. A little bit sloppier, but we've had an up and down tempo here in the third quarter.
Been fun. Been the funnest, most fun game of the day.
That's the 15th turnover for American Heritage. Lakewood down 10. Still have a lot of time, 3:45 in the third, as we'll have a foul coming up as Williams drove in, passed it out to Macon left corner. Zaronsky's second personal, 14th foul on American Heritage. They led by 14 of that to the Patriots, now up 10. Lakewood at 16 points at the half, already 14 here in the third quarter in 4.5 minutes. Rosenthal says a 3, left wing no good that time, and loose ball rebound for 0-0 Talia Weish. Freshman back in the game. Here's Aronsky, as mentioned earlier, Coach, another freshman running the point.
Not acting like, she's really solid with the ball, left hand and right hand.
Nice drive on the baseline, but missing the shot is Funes that time. Took it to the right baseline, and then Lakewood turns it right back over. That entry pass. Here's Werbelow inside, and nice drive by Weiss, who gets hit in the face on her way back. Left hand layup by Weiss. She has 6, 42-30.
Just a freshman Weiss as well.
Looked like another Euro step in and out by Paris Williams. Rebound putback is good by Williams. She's now with 9, 7 here in the third quarter. Only had 2 at the half, 42-32. As Lakewood down 10 with 2:30 to go third quarter, and now a timeout taken.
Good timeout
by Coach Greg Farias and American Heritage.
Yeah, because even though the tempo's kind of this tempo favors Lakewood, and even though American Heritage has been kind of withhold that, keep them at bay because they've made a couple shots, definitely not the tempo that they're going to want to. So maybe he's, wanting them to slow down a little bit, get the ball inside. That's their big advantage. Right? I think all things being equal, American Heritage being able to be 3 deep with their forwards, and Lakewood's pretty much 1 deep with their post and forwards. And so let's keep pounding that until they can stop it.
42-32 is the score. 2:30 to go, third quarter. To purchase a DVD keepsake copy of today's event, click on the blue, get the DVD button directly under your event, the video player, or click on the Buy a DVD button on the top right-hand corner of the NFHS Network website. Today's game also available for all subscribers via our mobile website. Log on to nfhsnetwork.com for your smartphone or tablet to view live games or replays from anywhere. So it'll be American Heritage to inbound. 2:30 to go, third quarter, up 10 in the 6A semifinal. 3 state championship games tomorrow. 4A, Spectrum Sports has coverage. 4A beginning at 2 o'clock with Miami Country Day and Tampa Carroll Wood Day. Inside, and a nice move by
She
Funes.
was fronted and sandwiched from behind. The defense was straight up, and she still got the ball in. There is nothing you can do about that.
13 for Funes on the other side. Left side baseline jumper is short by Toy Smith. 12-point lead for American Heritage. As we approach 2 minutes left, third quarter. Orbelo passes it to Funes, swings it to Willis. 3 right wing for Willis. Yeah, it's an air ball that time. And a rebound heading the other way is Macon. And Paris Williams out of contact, and she went out of bounds with it. Turnover goes back to American Heritage. 13th turnover for Lakewood. 5A championship game tomorrow at 4:30 between Oxbridge Academy out of West Palm Beach and Orlando Lake Highland Prep. 6A tomorrow night at 7. Ponte Vedra gets the winner of this game. And again, we'll be back Friday morning with 6 state semifinals. Our final day of coverage of these girls basketball state championships, beginning with the 7A semifinal at 10 a.m. And there's a kicking violation against Lakewood on Zay Arndt.
One thing I would do if I was Lakewood, even if they don't have the size advantage, is really attack the basket. Because hopefully, even if you don't make it, you get fouled, which allows a situation where they can set up their press. Because I don't know how you can force yourself to set up your press, because that's when they have a clear, huge, big advantage, is when they've been able to set up their press. They just haven't scored enough to be able to get into it.
Ooh, what a move by Willis.
Yeah, they're I don't want to keep coming back to it, but Willis, Funes, Weish, just phenomenal forwards.
How about that jump step across the left side of the paint? 13 for Willis, 7 points in the third quarter. And now back to a 14-point lead for American Heritage. Lakewood just can't make any headway. And then thrown away as Williams throws it right to December Stubbs. Stubbs going coast to coast at the bottom of the backboard, though, that time. Ball will go out of bounds.
Deep. And again, that point, from the point, the top of the key area to the post, that's a tough pass. And Lakewood's tried to make that a few times tonight, and it's been stolen every time.
Shakira Champagne, number 15, another senior on this team. They have 4 seniors. Champagne playing for the first time tonight in for Lakewood with a minute to go in the third quarter. American Heritage matching their biggest lead now at 14, as Lakewood did get this down to 7-8 points at one point.
Quick. That beginning of that third quarter was just ferocious.
But it cooled off. American Heritage has picked it back up. Smith will swing it around to Macon. Macon over top of the key. 3-pointer for Paris Williams is good. Williams only had 2 at the half, but she has scored in the third 10 points. 9 points, actually. She has 12 now.
If anyone thinks that the Lakewood can't come back into this game, they are sadly mistaken, because they can score in bunches.
10 points in the quarter for Williams. She has 12, but inside,
but
that's
too
easy.
They have not been able to stop Heritage inside.
Willis herself has 9 in the period, 15 in the game. 48-35 as the 2 in and out by Rosenthal from the right baseline. 15 seconds to go. Aronsky across half court to Werbelo. This will be a 3 for December Stubbs. It's short, but nobody got on Werbelo. She got the rebound, missed the follow. Now 6 seconds to go. Lakewood with a chance for the final shot. Toy Smith, nice little move off the glass. Too strong from about 8 feet in, and that will be the end of the third quarter. So after all that, where Lakewood's outscored their entire first half total of 16 with 19 points, they only outscore American Heritage by 1, 19-18, 48-35 going to the fourth.
Yeah, that beginning of the third quarter was all Lakewood getting into their press, getting some few baskets there, but Heritage was able to come back and match it, and Weish, I think, had a big 3 Weiser Willis had a big three right when
Willis
that run
did,
was
right.
happening, and that kind of kept them right at where it's been. And then it's been pretty much back and forth since then, pretty even.
Well, here is our schedule for Friday. We'll go ahead and tell you Mike Rideout will be on the play-by-play of all the games Friday. He'll be with DJ Jackson for the first 2 games. We'll start 10 a.m. Friday, 7A semifinal, Choctaw to Fort Walton Beach, Daytona Beach, Father Lopez. At noon, this should be a heck of a game. Fort Myers and Fort Lauderdale Dillard.
Yeah, talk about some recent powerhouse with Fort Myers going for their 3rd straight state championship. And you have, if anybody sees their record, don't worry about Fort Myers' record. They had a forfeit 14, 15 games because of an ineligible player. So on the court, they've lost like 2 games all year.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
I did
Dillard.
notice that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's because of forfeits.
How many games has Marcia Pender won now?
Is it 900 or something?
Yeah,
like
something
more.
like that.
It's seriously like.
Yeah.
And we celebrated my 350th this year, and I was thinking, man, because I'm good friends with John Harder as well, and he's just got 800, I think.
We're almost halfway there.
Yeah, yeah, 3rd.
How many more years?
If I live until I'm 102, I might catch her.
All right, we start the 4th quarter. Those are the 7A semifinals on Friday morning. Mike Rideout, DJ Jackson will have those games. As Paris Williams 3, short that time on the top of the key. Rebound, though, for Lakewood. 8A semifinals, 2 o'clock. Tallahassee Lincoln and Winter Haven. Coach White will be back with Mike for those games. 4 o'clock, Tampa Bay Tech and Davie Nova should be good as well.
Both of those games are Tampa Bay Tech is fantastic in the Tampa Bay area this year, and Winter Haven and Lincoln, oh my.
Rosenthal with the jumper. She has 8. Winter Haven ranked number 1 according to Max Reps in 8A. And then the final 2 games in 9A on Friday will be Mike Rideout, Daryl Simmons, Spruce Creek, and Oak Ridge. Port Orange against Orlando's. Rosenthal with a steal and now a basket. So she now has back-to-back baskets with 10 points. And then 8 o'clock on Friday, Deerfield Beach, Miami High will be the final semifinal with Mike Rideout and Daryl Simmons coming up on Friday night. This back to now 9, and Lakewood starting to pick it up again.
This quarter starting out just like the 3rd quarter did.
As American Heritage turns it over, and then a foul on Tiana Stubbs. So now 53 seconds into this quarter, Lakewood scores 4 quick points and back within 9.
And Heritage has 5 fouls already. So Lakewood, after another foul, will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. I'm telling you, right now, you might not believe me, I think this is a 50-50 game. This game can go either way just because of the scoring threat that Lakewood can get into.
Inside, and good look, missed by Zay Arndt. Got the rebound, though. Williams swings it to Macon. 3 left elbow for Macon is good. How about the run to start the 4th quarter of 7-0. And now it's a 6-point game, 48-42, just like that. 6:30 to go. They need a basket to the Patriots. Brunis driving in. Tough defense and a foul coming up on Toy Smith, her second.
We talked about this earlier, and I fully believe this, that when you play a good team like that's happening right now, Heritage is up. Lakewood's going to have a run, especially the team that's down. They have nothing to lose. They're going to go. And you can't stall yourself into victory. So, because Lakewood's they're going to score. No matter what defense you play, they're going to put some balls in the basket. So, you've got to match it, right? So right now, if they score 15 and you score 9, then that wouldn't be good. That'd be tied. But that's the point is that you have to just keep putting the ball in the basket.
Right.
That's almost the only thing that you can do against a strong momentum run sometimes.
Brunis missing the first and misses both. Well, lane violation again. And I can kind of see that because her shot is interesting. She kind of pauses in her motion, stops, and that's the second time I think we've had a lane violation with her at the line. So she'll try it again, and this time makes it. So we'll see if that's a big play maybe.
You're going to say the same thing I was going to say. If it becomes a 1-point game, that could end up being a big thing.
Rosenthal trying to take over, driving right at the lane, picks up the foul. She missed the shot. Diana Rosenthal to the line for 2. Foul against Marissa Edwards, her 3rd. That is team foul number 6, also an American Heritage.
So Lakewood will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. That is a big advantage in a close game.
2 for Rosenthal, who misses the first. And now 0 for 3 at the line. Diana Rosenthal does have 10 points. Through 3 quarters, American Heritage 45% shooting overall, 19 of 42, 5 of 14 for 3-point range, 5 of 8 at the line. And Lakewood 16 of 53 for 30%. 2 of 7 behind the arc, 1 of 8 at the line, and now 1 of 2 that time for Rosenthal. And for Lakewood, only their second free throw making the game, and now a turnover.
Might need a timeout here. They're just really, really out of sync if you're American Heritage.
They now have 19 turnovers, 3 already here in the first minute, 41 of the fourth quarter. Lead is down to 6 again, 49-43.
I think we as coaches oversave timeouts often, you know, because
I've never understood that. Driving in and scoring is Toy Smith easily. Now it's in. You didn't take them home with you. You might as well use them.
And I'd rather fix it if I don't have timeouts at the end of the game, but I got to fix the next 3 or 4 minutes.
It's a 4-point game, 49-45. We still have 6 minutes to go. Foodis going to be tied up, and possession arrow will keep it with American Heritage. By that time, tied up by Toy Smith.
And especially for momentum. I mean, settling yourself down, slowing the other team down.
Aronsky's pass tipped and taken away by Macy's Arn, and a foul.
Free throws.
7th team foul. So 1-on-1 already for Lakewood. They haven't been good on free throws. We'll see, though, if that is a good or a bad thing. Espunas picks up her second. So we'll have a 1-on-1 coming up for Lakewood for the last 5:55 of the game. Now only down 4. But a 10-2 run, a 10-1 run to start the fourth quarter for Lakewood. 13-point deficit cut to 4 in a matter of 2 minutes. Arn at the line, hits the front end. Lakewood now is 3 for 11 at the line. See if they can make them down the stretch. They down or down 3, 49-46. And the second straight through. She has 8. 2-point game, 49-47. And timeout, American Heritage. Coach Farias will now take it. Maybe waited a little too long there. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so. The last couple minutes, you know, definitely put the game in Lakewood's kind of hands. You know, 2-point game. Definitely, I think Lakewood right now is feeling pretty good about themselves and kind of let that get away. Again, can't take the timeouts with you. I know you want to have timeouts at the end of game situations and everything, but you know that might be a timeout for 1 play, for 2 plays. But if you can call a timeout for the next, that's going to help you with the next 15 plays. That's what I'm going to do.
5:55 to go, fourth quarter. It's 49-47 now. American Heritage leading Lakewood in the 6A semifinal. And this is the closest Lakewood's been since they led by 6 early in the game. They scored the first 6 points of the game. And American Heritage outscored them 16-2 to end the first quarter. It was 30-16 at the half. Lakewood outscoring American Heritage by 1, 19-18 in the third. But to start the fourth, a 12-1 run has gotten the Spartans within 2 quickly.
And at that beginning of the third and beginning of the fourth quarter, and that's where Lakewood has dominated. So, again, now that they're able to they've been getting into their pressure defense, that's Lakewood's huge advantage. We saw that even at the very beginning of the game. Heritage is much better on missed shots, transitions.
It'll be Heritage to inbound. Werbelow into Marissa Edwards. Edwards dribbling to the baseline. Over to Willis, 2 from the right baseline. No good, off the backboard, off the back rim. Here comes Lakewood with a chance to tie or take the lead. Harris Williams driving to the hoop. Toy Smith, won't go for it, but she'll go to the line. Toy Smith nearly with a chance for a 3-point play, but 2 free throws coming up.
You even see the confident shots that Heritage were getting earlier. Now a little rushed, a little nervous.
Third foul on Natalie Werbelow. Team foul number 8, but again, 2 free throws as Toy Smith was in the act of shooting. Just missed a little jumper there. That would have been a 3-point play. And now Lakewood's hitting their free throws. They've hit 4 in a row. Smith with 11. She missed her first 2 at the line. And now it's a 1-point game, and they could tie it with this free throw. Smith setting, shooting, and right through. 12 for her. We are tied at 49. 14-1 run to start the fourth quarter by Lakewood. Just across half court to Edwards. You're right, Lakewood's turned up the defense. Edwards drives in, missed the layup. Willis with a follow as she got another offensive rebound, and she'll head to the line for 2. Good job inside again by Talia Willis. Macy Zay Arndt gets her third, only the fourth team foul on Lakewood, but 2 free throws coming up for Talia Willis, who is 2 from 4 at the line. 15 points leading the way for American Heritage, and she hits the first now with 16. She, through 3 quarters, had 5 rebounds. Vivi Funes 14 and 8, nearing a double-double for American Heritage. Both free throws straight through for Willis. And American Heritage regains the lead by 2, 51-49. Rosenthal going down and fouled on the right elbow, near the right base corner there. And the foul against Edwards, that'll be her 4th.
If I'm Coach Farias and Heritage, I'm not as concerned about player fouls or fouling out or whatever, because they are pretty deep with their forwards.
Team foul number 9, so a 1-on-1 for Rosenthal, who's 1 for 4 at the line, 11 points, and rolls in. Now a 1-point lead again for American Heritage, 51-50. So one more foul will put Lakewood in the 2-shot bonus for the rest of the way. And again, Lakewood only has 4 fouls right now with 5:25 left. So Rosenthal can tie it again with this free throw. She has 12 points. And right through, we're tied again. Lakewood hitting their free throws now.
Yeah, those 4th quarter free throws have really
7 in a row they've made now.
Yeah, that's been the big difference.
51 all. Aronsky, top of the key. Doing this now to Willis. Willis goes cross-court pass, driving in.
Got a little nervous there.
Boy, it went in.
Yeah.
It sure looked like it. You're right. Edwards with 10 now. Little right-handed floater. Looked like it was forced a bit. 53-51 American Heritage by 2. Toy Smith. There's Paris Williams. She has 12 points. Toy Smith and Diana Rosenthal all with 12. Actually, Rosenthal with 13 now leading the way. How about the drive by Smith? Too strong, though. She went left to right on the paint and missed the shot. Heritage with a rebound. So 13 points for Rosenthal leading the way. 12 points apiece for Paris Williams and Toy Smith for Lakewood. Inside the free throw line, jumper no good by Funes. Got her own rebound, missed the follow. Got another rebound, put back no good, but she's fouled, and she had 3 opportunities that time. And
just a strong motor.
She just got herself a double-double with those 2 rebounds. Now with 14 and 11.
That's a big foul on Macy for Lakewood, as she's really their only true inside presence, and that's her 4th foul. They really have no one else. Toy Smith can play down there, but I'm not sure Toy can guard the forwards of Heritage, so she's going to have to be real careful. Macy with 4 fouls.
Funes at the line, 2 of 4, 14 points for her, with 2 here, and no good. Back rim.
And now, like we talked about, not to cut you off, that's where you start feeling the Final Four stuff coming in. It's just been a game for most of it, but now these free throws, just everything's a little tighter, a little bit more nervous. Everything is, now you're starting thinking about these matter instead of just the flow of the game. And so you can see both teams going to start tightening up a little bit.
Rolls off. Funes misses both. Happy she heads back the other way, as Macy Zay Arndt was replaced by Jalen Presley with the 4 fouls. And ball went off the hand of Rosenthal. She retrieves. Rosenthal to the basket around Edwards, but off the front of the rim, missed it. 4 below now. Over to Aronsky and dribbling across half court. Edwards all the way. Nobody got in front of her. She missed the layup. Funes offensive rebound again, and she lays it up.
She's been on the boards. And it was a 2-point game when Macy went out. I want to see how long the Lakewood will go without her.
And Coach Tunsil going to take a timeout. 3:59 to go as American Heritage now back up 55-51 after we've been tied 3 times there in a short span. As now Funes with 16 points leading the way for American Heritage. High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS Network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination, NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school. Marty Palman, Coach Will White, Northeast High School in St. Petersburg, joining me for the last 3 games today. And Coach, we would do one of these as our closest game so far today was 18 points. We had an 18-point game, a 20-point game, a 23-point game. Now we got one down to the wire, it appears, here in the fourth quarter, our final game of the day.
Yeah, coming into today and looking at the different matchups, we thought there'd be some good games, but this one I think we both kind of looked at as like, yeah, this is going to be a good one. Heritage was ranked 18th overall in the state, regardless of classification, and Lakewood 28th. So both really highly ranked, both battle-tested, played tough schedules, and so it's been that.
Yeah.
Been very interesting games, so different amounts of runs and coming back and forth, and it's been a very entertaining game.
Max Preps had them ranked at 2 for American Heritage, 3 for Lakewood in Class 6A. You mentioned the regardless of classification. And the number 1 team in the state was Rickards, who was knocked off by Mosley. That was coming into the postseason. Mosley beat them on the way to the Lakeland, where they lost earlier tonight to Ponte Vedra. Ponte Vedra ranked 5th, according to Max Preps. Here's Williams. Turn around, right hand hook, missed, rolled off, rebound, and Toy Smith is fouled, going up. She'll go to the line for 2.
Wonder if they're calling that on 24 or, they did call it on Willis. I thought she had a lot of ball there. If anyone fouled, I thought it was Werbelow, but regardless, she did get fouled, and now she's going to the line in what, 7 in a row, you said?
That would have been, yes, 7 in a row. That would have been 4 on Werbelow. Instead, it was on Willis, her first. Smith. And rolls in the 8th in a row.
Those fourth quarter free throws have been really good for Lakewood.
13 for Toy Smith. 9 in the second half, 5 here in the fourth quarter. 55-52, American Heritage by 3. And right through again. 9 in a row by Lakewood in the fourth
And that
quarter.
allows them to set up the press. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, very good. 3:42 to go, fourth quarter, 2-point game. Here goes Edwards. Dribbling to the baseline, now left baseline. She'll pull back out now. Oronsky cross court.
Been really impressed with her until she makes that pass there. Uh-oh, and someone's behind her.
Harris Williams with a steal. And Willis coming back the other way. And it'll be a 2 for Rosenthal from the right corner, no good. And going up for the rebound is Funes.
Both of them
now
open.
a 2 on none the other way. Here's Willis, and Willis drives up, lays it in.
That could be big. That come back here to the 3 minutes and 7 seconds mark. That missed jumper leading to a layup.
57-53, and Williams going to get tied up. Driving in right of the paint by Oronsky. It'll stay with Lakewood, but yeah, it was a 2 on none with Willis and Funes. And Willis now with 19 on that run out. Lead back to 4, but still 2:59 to go.
See how long Macy will sit out before. Now, any time now is where I would be trying to put her back in there to give them back that size that they need around the basket.
Williams inbounding to Jalen Presley. There's Rosenthal dribbling left baseline. Rosenthal jumper from 15 is good. Diana Rosenthal knocking down another jumper. She has 9 in the fourth quarter, now 15 in the game. And it's again a 2-point game, 57-55. And then thrown away by American Heritage, as Presley will come up with a loose ball for Lakewood. And then
watch her foul here.
Boy, Willis in the backcourt.
Yeah, I think she got away with one. And she's going to foul here. Oh, no, she's backed off.
Williams across to Toy Smith. Smith driving, a little jumper in the lane, was short. Nope, Willis altered it. Nope.
Yeah, it's touched.
They did, and that's exactly the overrule. Is that jumper was an air ball from about 8 feet.
Exactly. I'm glad that's why he came in there. That's one of my big pet peeves. I'm like, as a coach, you're telling me she shot an air ball from 8 feet. It wasn't blocked, really?
Yeah.
So at a minimum, it's blocked. I'm not even going to argue about the foul, but you at least give us the ball back.
Oh, look at the cut inside on the inbounds as Macon is fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. The inbounds pass from Paris Williams. Foul is on Werbelow. That now is her 4th. And already American Heritage well over the 10-foul limit with 2:25 to go. So Nakisha Mixon can tie it up with 2 free throws. Nakisha Macon can tie it up with 2 free throws. She has 6 points. And there's another make. Lakewood.
10 in a row?
It's 10 in a row. They were 1 for 9 coming in this quarter. 11 of 19 now. And a 1-point game, and they can tie it with this free throw. And I jinxed her. About time. Missed the back of the rim.
Another free throw rebound.
Oh, and then Rosenthal throws it away to Oronsky. 1-point lead, American Heritage, 2:15 to go. Oronsky.
Left hand. Nope.
Funes over to Willis. She's trying a 3 right corner. Nope, short. And what a rebound by Funes. Goes back up, missed the layup. Ball tipped out of bounds. Officials say it's Lakewood ball. We we may have a coach's warning there on Coach Farias.
Yeah, that's a new rule this year.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed that. Basically, they.
I bet you have.
They let you know for something non-egregious, and I think it's really been effective to be able to say like, okay, I've heard you, but that's enough.
Yeah. Well, because in the past it would have to be a technical. I'm
right,
sure.
it's a technical or nothing. So it's
right.
It's sort of that version of like, okay, I'm just letting you know.
It's the old adage they'll say to Mrs. Rosenthal. Euro step drives up and lays it
And
in.
the lead.
Lakewood takes the lead. 17 for Rosenthal. We had the other way. Budis driving, bumped, missed the shot. She'll go to the line for 2.
What a game.
58-57. And remember, it was 48-35. American Heritage going into this fourth quarter. Lakewood has outscored them 23-9 in nearly 6.5 minutes. 1:36 to go. Lakewood takes the lead for the first time since very early in the game. They scored the first 6 points.
Free throws for both teams now the rest of the way.
Funes having an issue with her contact lens.
I'm surprised. I used to wear a lot of contact. I could never get mine in back that fast.
I'm about to say, I didn't think it was that easy. I don't wear them, but yeah. 8 of 14 American Heritage, 8 of 14 at the line. Funes herself is only 2 of 6 at the line there tonight.
Coach Farias over there still talking to the official, and I'd be careful right here. You got a warning. It's a 1-point game. Nothing you're going to do here is going to get you a call or anything, so don't get a silly tee or anything like that. Just that's time to coach your team now. That's all you can worry about.
Short on the free throw. Toy Smith picked up her third, so Funes with a chance to tie it for American Heritage again with 1:36 left. And that is straight through.
I'd miss it. I'll just be honest right now. My stomach's like in knots and everything anyway, and it doesn't even matter to me.
17 for Funes. We're tied. Driving in, Toy Smith missed the shot off the glass from 5 feet in. And a rebound for Funes heading the other way.
Too much traffic.
And then she lost it, stolen away. Rosenthal one-on-one with Aronsky. Rosenthal in the basket, missed the layup. Loose ball put back is good by Toy Smith. 1:10 to go. Lakewood up 2, 60-58. Timeout, American Heritage.
Yeah, she had a dribbling. I always call that slow dribbling in the middle of the court. Funes, or whoever turned the ball over right there, was dribbling right down the middle of the court. That's where all the defense is. So you got to pick that up and kick it out or get it to a guard.
25 points in the fourth quarter. They had 35 in the first 3 quarters. And you're looking at the scoring in the fourth period. And by the way, Paris Williams scored 10 in the third, has not scored in the fourth. Has 12 points, but in the fourth quarter, Diana Rosenthal has taken over with 11 points. She has 17 in the game, had 6 going into the fourth. And Toy Smith as well with 8 points. She now has 16. She had 8 through the first 3 quarters. Now those are your two who have really taken over. 19 of the 25 points in the fourth period for Lakewood. It leads it by 2, 1:08 to go.
We got ourselves the best game of the week so far.
You mentioned the warning. It's kind of like the old adage of the state trooper, the police officer. You know, they only give you tickets and never give you warnings.
Right, right.
And the officials have only, they can only tee you up. So that's an interesting rule, and it gives you obviously some leeway.
Yes.
I'm sure there are still magic words. Now, is it kind of like the red card, yellow card thing? Like the official can decide to give you a technical.
Oh yeah.
Or he can just say he doesn't like what you're saying.
Yeah,
but no
exactly.
Right.
It's basically for the minor things or the I've had enough things, but anything egregious, they can go right to it.
Right. All right, American Heritage to inbound, down by 2. Oronsky, tough pass. Williams nearly stole it, and Willis lost it out of bounds. Turnover number 24 for American Heritage. As Paris Williams nearly stole the inbounds pass, and then Willis knocked it out herself.
I think he's saying that they're looking to foul. I wouldn't quite look to foul so fast, but definitely apply pressure.
Now Coach Farias asking them to come up and play defense. A minute to go.
And
Funes got it.
Went off the official, which is inbounds, which kept it in bounds.
And Funes drives up, missed the layup short. No call. Aronsky with the rebound. Then she dribbled it. Nope, they're going to say off Lakewood. Thought she dribbled it out of bounds. You're right.
That was almost a huge break.
Funes looked like she may have lost the ball. It hit the official. A lot of strange things happening in this fourth quarter as Nicole Tunsil will take a timeout for Lakewood.
Wow, because what happened, that ball looked like it was going out of bounds off of American Heritage. Would have been Lakewood's ball, but it hit the official. And again, that rule is the official's part of the court. So officials in bounds, they're in bounds. If they're out of bounds, ball's out of bounds. So that was a live ball, and then she got herself to the basket, and good defense there. A lot of stuff to unpack in that last situation.
52.4 seconds left. Lakewood 60, American Heritage 58. It'll be American Heritage ball. This is the loudest crowd we've had, and for good reason. It is 9:19 at night, but this is easily our best game of the day.
Oh, by far. And nothing against Ponte Vedra or whatever, but I do think whoever wins this game has
agree.
The big
now,
advantage.
You say that, and I agree, but if Ponte Vedra hits 3-pointers like they did today,
that's true.
It's going to be hard to beat them. And Channing Chapel in that game, she had 25, hit 4 threes. Ponte Vedra was knocking down the threes all game, but I would agree with you. Ponte Vedra is not going to have the size to contend with either of these teams.
Correct.
And I also like both these teams, but, that's as they always say, that's why they play the game.
That's it. That's true.
So they don't play them on paper.
Plus, it's style. You just never know how one style is going to match up with another. That's what I love about basketball.
Possession arrow towards American Heritage, an alternating possession. American Heritage over the 10-foul limit as Werbelow does get it inbounds. Willis on the baseline and
and they're counting it.
Oh
I almost thought that was on the ground, but they're giving her the continuation.
That's the old NBA continuation there. 21 for Willis.
Coaches want the hook over there. I wouldn't want to make that call. There was a lot going on in that play as well.
Second personal on Paris Williams. Willis give American Heritage the lead, and she does with the free throw. 22 now from Tylea Willis. 61-60, American Heritage by 1. Toy Smith driving in. Wanted a foul, missed it short. Loose ball.
Timeout.
Tied up. Ball still on the floor, and instead it's a foul.
Toy Smith jumped on her.
Yeah, Toy Smith picks up the foul as Funes was going for the loose ball. Coach Tunsil not happy, as you would expect.
But if I'm Heritage, that ball's over there. As soon as they start running around, it worked out for them. But I know I got a timeout left right there, and as soon as she's on the ground with the ball, I'm calling timeout.
All right, and that is team foul number 8. So now American Heritage in the 1-on-1 the rest of the way. So now it'll be Funes at the line, and she has not had a good night shooting free throws. Running into the 1-on-1 as she is 3 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. Does have 17 points. 1-point lead, 61-60 for American Heritage. 37.1 to go in the fourth quarter as December Stubbs will replace Natalie Werbelow who has 4 fouls. Funes has that hitch there and got it straight through that time.
You're right about that hit, and that's one thing that kind of scout in important games is that's a little thing that you can pay attention to.
62-60, big free throw here. It makes it a full 1-possession game. Still 37.1 to go. And, we again with a lane violation, this time American Heritage.
Oh, so it balanced out.
Yeah, she made the free throw, right?
There you go. Remember the one from earlier where she got the second one, got it back. And that's why I don't have anybody on the line there, because then you can even get, if I'm Heritage, because you can get an offensive foul over the top or whatever, or a violation. So that was an interesting dilemma there.
2-point game, American Heritage up 2. 30 seconds, Rosenthal. Now here's Macon. Macon, little floater on the baseline. Missed it, but she's fouled. And Nakisha Macon to the line for 2 with 27.5 left.
But that situation over there when Heritage was shooting the free throws, again, I don't have Heritage. I don't have any of my players on the line because more so for over the back fouls in that situation there, but also for a situation like that where you can get an over the back.
Keisha Macon 7 points. She's 1 for 2 at the line.
Heritage has a big weakness right now if they don't get another person up here on the free throw line.
Oh, in and out on that free throw. Macon's missed 2 in a row.
And she's coming back in here. Yeah, you definitely you want all the blocks filled here. And that would double team Tori. She's gotten like 3 offensive rebounds on free throws over here, number 24 for Lakewood. Definitely would concentrate on her.
Second free throw here for Macon. The foul was on Funes, her 3rd. And short on the second rebound. Toy Smith had it, but lost it out of bounds. Toy Smith had an offensive rebound, couldn't control it. 26 seconds to go as Keisha Macon missed 2 free throws. And that'll be another timeout for American Heritage with 26 seconds to go. Patriots up 62-60.
Set up a special play here. Lakewood's been man-to-man all night in their press. So maybe they have a really good man press option here. So if I'm Lakewood, knowing that, I would go to a zone defense here to counter what they're talking about, what they're going to try to get on over here. And then go for first situations right here. There's a lot to unpack, but sort of don't foul right away if you're Lakewood. Definitely go for a couple steals. Even if it's down to 12 or 13 seconds or so, definitely try to use your situations, maybe your speed to get a steal.
3 state champions yesterday. Wildwood repeating in 1A over Port St. Joe. 2A, Simi City of Life Christian, their first state title. A defeated Ormond Beach Calvary Christian. 3A first state championship for Somerset Prep from North Lauderdale as they beat Orlando Christian Prep easily. And 3 state champions crowned tomorrow, and then Saturday, 7A through 9A title games will wrap up the girls' state basketball championships, and we'll start over again Monday with the boys' basketball finals. The semifinals beginning with 1A at 10 a.m. Another week, 6 days next week of basketball here at the RP Funding Center, and the Lakeland Magic will slip in a game there on Sunday as Toy Smith hard foul on Funes on the inbounds.
Is that 5? No. Oh, I put it on the.
That is. They didn't call it on Smith then, did they?
They did.
Oh, they did. Well, that is 5. Yep. So she, I'm not sure if I would have had her foul, but fouls out with 16 points.
That's an interesting situation right there. If you are going for quick fouls, you don't have anybody with foul trouble on the court there to make sure that you don't have a situation where one of your best players gets fouled out.
What a game for Toy Smith. Double-double, 16 points, 15 rebounds as she fouls out with 24.8 to go here in the fourth quarter.
If I'm Heritage here, sorry, did that all night.
Go ahead.
Make sure that they all know that they don't have any timeouts.
All right, they are out of timeouts.
You don't want a Chris Webber here.
This is still a 1-and-1, only the 9th team foul on Lakewood, and Funes missed it, rolls off. So a chance for Lakewood.
Guard the three-point line.
Rosenthal ahead to Williams. Williams lost it, now cuts it back with 18 seconds. Little floater good. 10-footer from Paris Williams, back to a 2-point game. Actually, we're tied. 62 all, my apologies. 9 seconds to go. Here we go in a tie game as they missed the front end of the 1-on-1. 5 seconds. Horowski goes cross-court. 3 seconds. Oh, and it's knocked out of bounds. We just wanted a foul and a reach-in.
It's a good no call
against Zay Arndt.
It was a foul, but in this situation, she was intentionally trying to draw out a foul there. It wasn't an advantage, disadvantage. I don't think in that situation. Let's determine this on the court.
9/10 of a second. Other than that, we may have overtime for the first time this week. And Coach Stutzel maybe a little bit too far down there.
Double team the post.
David Schwartz, the head official, telling her to back up. She smiled about it. Oronsky, see if they can get into Funes for a quick shot. Willis is at the top of the key, and now they're asking.
I would not. Yeah, you're right.
They aren't to back off here a little bit on Funes.
Lob to the backside block.
Inside, oh, they had a chance. Willis, boy, it may have been a foul. A lot of contact, but she doesn't get a shot, and we are heading to overtime. Our final game of the day. Why not? We'll have some OT. So in that period, how about Lakewood 27-14? They outscored American Heritage, down 13 going into that period. And we will have overtime to decide the second finalist in Class 6A to play Ponte Vedra tomorrow night. 62-62. Now, keep in mind, Toy Smith has fouled out with 16 points. 4 fouls on Macy Zay Arndt of Lakewood. And on the other side, for American Heritage, 4 fouls against Marissa Edwards, 4 against Natalie Werbelo. But those are not your higher scoring players. Femi Funes does have 3. But you've got a big loss in Toy Smith being out for Lakewood.
Yeah, that's going to end up being like you're talking about, big situation right there where if they knew they were going to foul right away, maybe have her on the bench then bring her back in for offense. In overtime, it's a 4-minute overtime, but each team will get an extra timeout. So if you notice up on the board or if you're at home keeping track, American Heritage has 1 now and Lakewood has 2. So each overtime you accumulate another timeout.
Lakewood going into that fourth quarter was 16 of 53 from the floor. They were 8 of 19 there in the fourth quarter. Now 16 steals. American Heritage 25 turnovers. That's been the issue for them as Lakewood's outscored them by 8 in points off turnovers, 25-17. Points in the paint are absolutely even at 34 apiece. 8 blocks for American Heritage, 2 for Lakewood. Steals 15 for the Patriots, only 4 for the Lakewood Spartans. But here we go with the jump ball to start the overtime.
They always get confused because the beginning of the game they faced away from your bench. At the end of the game you always go towards your bench.
Players will move. Yeah, so it'll be Lakewood heading left to right and Heritage right to left as Funes jumps against Rosenthal and jump won by Lakewood.
That was not a good jump ball.
No. Rosenthal will pull up inside the paint. Little jumper rolls off from 10 feet. Good look, just doesn't go, and the rebound again for Funes. That is her 17th rebound of the game to go with 18 points. 22 for Tylea Williso, leading the way for American Heritage. There's Aronsky inside of Willis. Good defense by Williams, who knocks it out of bounds. And on the other side, for Lakewood. Diana Rosenthal, 17 points, 6 rebounds. Toy Smith found out with 16 points, 15 rebounds, and 14 points for Paris Williams to go along with 5 boards. Kunis inside to Willis, nearly stolen away. They're really crashing down on Willis now as Lakewood. And now what do we have? Players down, ooh, and that's not good. And that is Paris Williams holding her right leg. Trainer will come out here. Hopefully just a cramp, look like the lower leg. 3:29 to go into overtime.
Let's hope for a cramp. That's
right.
Always the best case scenario.
62-62. We've just started overtime. 31 seconds into the first overtime period.
I'm hoping. Where she's grabbing is
kind of looks like it.
Yeah, that shin, calf area, because she wasn't grabbing her ankle, she wasn't grabbing her knee. So those are all the good signs. And you know the minutes. I'm not sure she's come out, or if she has. It hasn't been for very long, and
she has played through 3 quarters, 24 minutes. You're right. I don't think she's been out.
That's a cramp. That's really good news. I'm hoping.
Coach Tunsil out there with the Lakewood trainer. Yep, she's gonna.
32 minutes. Yeah, she's been in the whole game.
She's gonna run off the floor. So that's good. That's good news for Lakewood. Yep, she is the only player who's played the entire game for either team. Diana Rosenthal only missed 37 seconds, so it's close. That was a short break for her. And then on the other side, Danielle Aronsky has played 30 minutes, 31 seconds for American Heritage.
Yeah, for her to stay in, coach could use a timeout because they stopped the play for her. But that's not something you do right now. If she's ready, give her some, stretch it out there and get her back in.
So they aren't going to come back in. She has 4 fouls. American Heritage to inbound. Aronsky. And into Willis. Willis gets up in the air, back to Aronsky. Trying the 3, left corner, it's good. That's her first basket since she hit a 3 in the opening quarter.
Bookending the game so far.
She's
Paris
2 for 2
right
from
back
the
in.
floor. Both are 3s. 65-62. 3:14 to go here in overtime. Rosenthal, free throw line jumper, no good. Back rim, rebounded by Willis. And now over towards Marissa Edwards. Edwards, she's playing with 4 fouls across half court. Being guarded there by Teresha Carter, number 0 now in the game, number 0, pardon me. To Willis. Swing with the Werble, and Ronsky feeling it. And good again! Back-to-back 3s from the left corner. 9 points, 6 back-to-back on 2 3s. Timeout, Lakewood. Coach Tunsil, why is no one guarding Aronsky, she's thinking.
And Coach Feria for American Heritage over there is like, thank you. Maybe he's been telling her to take that shot or something, but.
She's 3 for 3 tonight. 2 big ones with here in the overtime period. 2:41 to go. The lead is 6 again for American Heritage, 68-62.
This timeout is twofold, basically to slow the momentum down for a second, but also gets Paris back in the game for Lakewood.
Yeah, Paris Williams looks like she'll come back in after the short break for the cramp. She had to come off the floor. Paris Williams tonight, 6 of 16 from the floor, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 1 for 3 from three-point range, 1 of 4 at the line. Lakewood 11 for 22 at the line, even though they were much better in the fourth quarter. American Heritage 11 for 19 at the charity stripe. 7 of 17 behind the arc for the Patriots, 3 of 9 for the Spartans. Rebounds 49-43 in favor of American Heritage. And a 6-point lead, 68-62 here with 2:41 to go and the first overtime period. Well, if you're going to have an overtime game, the good news about having the late game is there's no game coming up after it, so it doesn't delay anything.
That's true. It's not throwing everything off and the broadcast schedules and everything. That's true.
Just delay going home. That'll happen at some point anyway. Here's Rosenthal all the way down the lane and lays it in off the glass. Diana Rosenthal with another basket. She now has 19, 68-64. Pressure is
too much dribbling again. Kind of get it out of there.
Over to Willis, right corner. Thought about a 3, back cross court to Werbelow. Werbelow Free throw line to Funes.
Yeah, Lakewood does not have any size in there right now. If they can get the ball inside, they're going to score.
Willis into Funes. Well, look at that. You're right. They went inside. She got her own rebound at the miss and put it back up and in. And just no way for them to defend Funes down low. She now has 20 to Funes. 70-64, 6-point lead, and now a steal by Willis.
Blocked a three-point shot and got it. That's twice now they've blocked a shot and got it back, which is very, very rare.
70-64, American Heritage up 6.
He might go stall.
Now with the ball. We'll see, Edwards.
I do. 6. That's 2 full possessions, a 3 and a 3, and that's only for a tie. But again, you have to know your team. Is it something that you do well? Then if so, that's what you do.
Funes over Rosenthal, got another rebound, put back, doesn't go. But again, dominating inside. As you mentioned, Lakewood going small here, and they just don't have the size. Rosenthal going to pick up the foul. Actually, Paris Williams gets her third as she just checked back in. So Funes is back at the line, and not a very good game at the line. Both teams over the 10-foul limit now as well. Funes 4 for 10 at the line, hits the first though. That's 21 points for Femi Funes, 19 rebounds, 71-64, now a 3-possession game. 1:34 to go here in overtime. Did Lakewood run out of gas here maybe a little bit?
Yes.
As the second free throw missed. Still time though. Toy Smith, of course, fouled out late in the fourth quarter. Here's Williams. Williams to the baseline. Williams swirls the shot in from about 8 feet. Williams with 16 now. And it's 71-66. Still time for Lakewood. And thrown away. Aronsky overthrows Edwards into the press row here. So now that gives Lakewood another shot. Down 2 possessions.
2 possessions.
Minute 15. Here's Williams. Williams driving. Inside. Got it.
This isn't over.
3-point game again. Lakewood will not quit. Down 13 going into the fourth. They rallied to take the lead and force OT. Now a minute to go. Minute 3 left. We're below. Dribbling across half court. 3-point lead, 71-68 for American Heritage. Now under a minute. Edwards behind the back dribble. Guarded by Tara Shea Carter. Oh, Funes, nice look back to.
I don't take
Edwards,
a shot.
who fouls.
I don't take a shot here.
Not a foul. Pardon me, Edwards is blocked. Yep.
It depends on, again, your team. Or is that something they're good at? Because 3 points, even if you miss, you're in the double bonus. So if you're thinking you're going to at least make one, but even if not, we're not going to lose the game here by shooting ourselves out of it.
And Willis is fouled. Again, working it inside to Willis. That's 4 now on Paris Williams. So to the line again for 2 free throws. Talia Willis, and she has been the opposite of Funes. Pretty good game at the free throw line for her. She's made her last 5 in a row, 5 for 7 at the line, 22 points to go with 8 rebounds. 43.1 to go, 71-68, American Heritage by 3. So 2 big ones here for Willis. No good, in and out. 12 of 22 at the line of the Patriots, 11 of 22 from the line for the Spartans.
Regardless of what happens here, Lakewood doesn't need a 3. You know, if anybody watches a lot of basketball or whatever, you know, you take the first good shot that you can get.
She hits it anyways. You're right. They don't need a 3 either way. 22 for Willis, 72-68. Now 40 seconds to go. Williams, spin move. Now they'll spin. Oh, and thrown away as Rosenthal was cutting to the basket, and Zay Arndt did not see her, threw it out of bounds. 35.1 seconds left. 35.2, pardon me. And bounce to Funes. They need to foul here. Williams doesn't need to foul. She has 4. Oh, boy, and Funes ran into a brick wall. That was Zay Arndt, but she fouled out. So they either were going to go with Williams or Zay Arndt with 4 fouls. And Macy Zay Arndt, a sophomore, and she'll have more days here at Lakewood, but she fouls out with 8 points and 7 rebounds. 29.7 to go. And boy, you know, you already mentioned losing Toy Smith inside, and now you lose another inside player if you're Coach Tunsil. Fouls have piled up now. 29.7 to go. Funes back to the line for 2. 21 points and 19 rebounds for Femi Funes. Says out of the game. They aren't fouling out, and that'll bring in Zakira Champagne. American Heritage 72, Lakewood 68.
And Lakewood still with the timeout, so again, you can take first available basket. Kind of depending here. If she makes both, Yeah, if she makes
following
both and
that
it's a
one.
6-point game, then you're probably looking for threes because you probably don't have enough time to get 3 baskets in. So if she makes this one, I'm going for a 3. If she misses it, you take the first available.
No good on the second. 73-68, 5-point game. 1 of 2 for Funes, who has 22. Here's Williams. Lost to Rosenthal. Rosenthal driving in, ran into Funes, and she forced her to put up a shot short. 16 seconds to go, and now American Heritage starting to smell the final. 13 seconds to go, and Lakewood running out of time. Now to 10 seconds. American Heritage is keeping it away right now. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, that's it.
That's going to be it.
4.7 to go. Rosenthal fouling Marissa Edwards. Rosenthal with her 3rd foul, and American Heritage moving on to their first state championship game in girls basketball. It'll be 22-7. They're going to, after blowing a 13-point lead in the 4th quarter, Lakewood did a great 4th quarter to come back. American Heritage going to hold on and win in overtime as Edwards misses that free throw.
Yeah, no, give Lakewood credit. 30-16 at halftime. Came back. So think about that, 16. So they've scored 52 points the second half.
Right, second free throw good. So
and in overtime, but still, that's
74-68. 2 seconds to go. Williams will try the 3. It's no good. And you're right. Give Coach Tunsil's team a lot of credit. Down 14 and a half, down 13 going into the 4th quarter. They outscored American Heritage 27-14, but in the overtime period, American Heritage outscores Lakewood 12-6, and I think, Coach, again, Lakewood kind of wore themselves out a little bit with the comeback and also the foul trouble, losing 2 players, including Toy Smith, a big loss going into OT.
And I just think the forwards of American Heritage were a little too much, and I was ultra impressed with Arnowski as a freshman point guard. The way she handled that game and the big threes in overtime, just kind of everything kind of went American Heritage's way a little bit. And give credit to Lakewood. I think if each team played 100 times, it might be 50-50.
Maybe, as again, American Heritage wins it final 74-68. The 2 big players inside, Talia Willis with 23 points, 8 rebounds, and Femi Funes 22 points, 19 rebounds for American Heritage. Diana Rosenthal led Lakewood with 19 points, 7 rebounds for her, 18 points for Paris Williams, 6 rebounds, 16 points, 15 rebounds for Toy Smith, who fouled out late in the 4th quarter. So the championship game tomorrow night at 7 p.m. in Class 5 or 6A will be American Heritage 22-7 against Ponte Vedra 24-5. We'll have a first-time state champ either way in that game tomorrow night. We want to thank our crew one more time here at the RP Funding Center in Lakeland. Of course, led by our producer, director Gary Tufford, Mike Novak, who helped him with the graphics, and camera operator, as well as Brandon Crotchett running camera all day here courtside. And, of course, as always, enjoyed hanging out with Coach Will White, as I always do. We need to do this more often than once
this is
a
a
year.
blast,
Right?
man. I'm sorry.
Love watching basketball and talking.
This is the best. Being able to watch the high-level basketball in the state, hang out, and watch the best around, it's phenomenal. And thanks for having me.
Yeah, Coach Will White, thanks to him. Thanks to Derek McBride, who was with us this morning. And Corey Davis was here this afternoon for DuvalSports.com. I'm Marty Palman saying so long. Our final in this second 6A semifinal in overtime, American Heritage 74, Lakewood 68. This has been a presentation of Play On Sports and the NFHS Network. We'll talk to you again Friday morning beginning at 10 a.m. with the 7A semifinals. Mike right out on the call all day. And you've been watching the 2018 FHSAA Girls Basketball State Championship State Semifinals live here on NFHS Network. Good night from RP Funding Center in Lakeland.